I know people gonna hate me when I say this. I need to take a drink. People gonna hate me when I say this shit. Hold on, y'all. People gonna hate me when I say this shit. I'm gonna think I'm on crack. Think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shit, a lot of people, when I was talking about telling y'all ass in the comments, they didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They think I'm stupid. They think I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. This video is about who had it rough in the playoffs to the road to the finals. Was it Kobe or was it LeBron James? And I'm gonna tell y'all who had it rough, who had it tough in the playoffs all the way to the finals. A lot of people not gonna agree with me when I say this. I think it was LeBron James. Oh yeah, before I start breaking this shit down, I'ma say I'm a Kobe fan. Well, I was a Kobe fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. Fuck LeBron James. Fuck that nigga. I never was a LeBron James fan. I feel like he don't have that killer instinct. He ain't a team player. He is a team player. He's passive and everything. I give him that. He could dunk his ass off. He's strong. He's fast. He could dunk or whatever. I think he all around player, a good player, one of the greatest of all times. I still think he ain't gonna pass up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scoring title, whatever you call that. I respect what he did during longevity in the game. He's on his 20-year career, I think. But yeah, I never liked LeBron James. I always thought he was a choke artist. He always pouts. He always cries. He always cries like a bitch. But his best performance was of 2016 when he was down 3-1, and 3-1. That was his best moment, best performance ever. When he beat the Golden State Warriors in 2016 and delivered a championship, delivered a promise to a ring that led to a ring to Cleveland. So who had it tough? And I said it was LeBron James. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me see what I want to start with. Do I want to start with LeBron? I think LeBron gonna be last. I'm gonna start with Kobe. The reason why I feel like LeBron had it rough and Kobe didn't is because I feel like Kobe didn't have nothing to worry about. Kobe didn't have that much. That he had better teammates around here overall. And I feel like he didn't have much competition. He didn't have much competition, even though it was tough. He faced some fucking tough competitors, but they wasn't as a threat towards when LeBron James was facing other people later in years later. As I'm going through these like playoffs, not the stats, these teams that Kobe faced, I'm like, New Jersey Nets, 2002 New Jersey Nets. They swept the Nets, piece of cake. Let's see, Pacers. Pacers. They beat the Pacers. Who else? The Sixers. Even though Allen Iverson didn't let the Sixers get swept. I feel like if Kobe didn't have Shaq, it could have been a debatable. It could have been. I think it could have went more series than that. Allen Iverson could have had a shot against Kobe. Who are the Lakers? The Lakers' greatest. I'm trying to think. Who did Kobe? Cause Kobe like didn't face that many people in the 2000s. That was a threat compared to LeBron. The only people that I feel like that was a threat to Kobe was the Sacramento Kings. And don't give me that bullshit, y'all. That game was rigged. The Kings should have won that. Even though I'm a Kobe fan, but the Kings should have won that series. To this day, the Sacramento Kings should have won that. But I'm looking at the people that he faced. You know what? I'm gonna just go to the older Kobe. I feel like Kobe didn't had a tough path compared to LeBron James is because he had Shaq, Robert Horry, Derek Fisher. Oh, the Zen Master, Phil Jackson. When you have a coach like that, y'all gonna beat everybody. Isaiah Ryder. Um, yeah, Derek Fisher, Rob Horry, Rick Fox. I'm trying to think. Rick Fox. I'm just leaving that he had a better role player in his early career with Shaq. And that we all know that without Shaq, and if it was Kobe running the Lakers, they not winning. He not running 3 rings. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. They not going nowhere. They not going. They gonna make the playoffs, but they not winning shit. So Kobe would have been struggling. He would have been even at the worst path as LeBron James. So to me, Kobe was privilege. He had Shaq. When LeBron James came to the league, he didn't have nobody. But people like to say that the East was weak. Yeah, you could say that here and there, but it wasn't weak. I never found the East weak. I always found it average. But yeah, LeBron had it tough, had it rough than Kobe. LeBron didn't really have nobody. Carlos Boozer left. Nobody want to play with Cleveland. Nobody want to play in Cleveland with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He had average ass teams and shit like that, and stuff like that. And the type of player LeBron is, ain't no way in here he's that tough to run a team by his damn self. But he managed to do it. But how he did it was weak, selfish. When he went to Miami, he should have waited out, stayed in Cleveland, had Dwayne Wade or wherever them joint. But you know how Dan Gilbert, whoever that owned the Cleveland Cavaliers, they was not bringing no superstars. So I understand why LeBron went to Miami Heat here and there, but. And LeBron James was getting his ass whooped in those conference finals and this and that. So now let's go back to older Kobe. Kobe had it easy than LeBron because he had Shaq. That's how I'm gonna break it down. Kobe had Shaq and the good overall great role players like Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, Horace Grant was there. That's it. Let's see, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox. I know I'm missing somebody. It's gonna come to me, but that was the squad. When Shaq left in 04, when they was beefing and the whole rape case and shit, Kobe was obviously innocent, that's when Kobe when Shaq left and went to Miami, Kobe was by himself. He had to run the Lakers. He was struggling against the Phoenix Suns. So Kobe's only threat while he was solo with the Lakers was obviously the Phoenix Suns. He couldn't get past the Phoenix Suns. Them other teams didn't fucking matter in the playoffs. Like the Jazz, Denver Nuggets, when Allen Iverson joined with Carmelo Anthony, we already knew they was gonna lose against the Lakers and the Spurs. The Spurs, what I say was they a threat to. In the beginning, the Spurs was a threat to Kobe and Shaq, but once they got older, once Kobe was again older and he was by himself without no Shaq, I never saw the Spurs a threat to the Lakers. Who else? The Dallas Mavericks? Come on, bro. Nah. The Jazz, when they had C.J. Miles, Darren Williams, fucking who else? C.J. Miles, Carlos Boozer against the Lakers. Come on, knock it out. No threat. Those teams. If y'all gonna say the East was weak, the West was weak as well. When Kobe was running shit, you mean to tell me the Spurs, the Jazz, the New Orleans Hornets was Chris Paul at the time when they had Chris Paul. You mean to tell me these teams were a threat to bounce Kobe out the playoffs? Nope. The only team he had to face was the Phoenix Suns. That's it. They was the main rivals to the Los Angeles Lakers in the West. Steve Nash, Amar Stoudemire, and who else? That team had a squad. I know that for sure. All I remember is Steve Nash, Amar Stoudemire. I remember they had Quentin Richardson, but he wasn't there that long with the Suns. They had Shawn Marion. I remember Shawn Marion with the Suns. They had a good squad. It took Kobe to get Trevor Ariza, then later on Ron Artest for the trade Trevor Ariza for Ron Artest to finally beat the Suns. Then around that year, I remember in 08, 09, 2010, the Rockets. Oh yeah, and the Rockets was one of the good threats to the Lakers. And I feel like if Yao Ming didn't go down, if Tracy McGrady wasn't injured, that's it for Kobe. Lakers are done. The Rockets took them to Game 6, Game 7 in 09, I think. In the Western Conference or the second round. I don't remember. But all I know is that it was a close game for the Rockets to beat LA, to beat the Lakers. And I grew up as a Houston nigga growing up in Houston at the time. That pissed me off that the Lakers beat my Rockets at the time. I was still a Rockets fan at the time. I was both Lakers and Rockets fan, I think. But when Derrick Rose was on the rise, I was a Bulls fan on the East when it came to Eastern Conference. But yeah, shit, a diehard. But yeah, I'm a diehard. I'm gonna say it's with my flat out with my chest out. I'm a diehard Chicago Bulls fan. Matter of fact, I was never a Lakers fan anyway. I was more of. It's a difference between being a Lakers fan and a Kobe fan. So that's that. So I'm I'm looking at Kobe. Kobe shit. Kobe had it easy when he had Shaq. Kobe only had when he was by himself without Shaq. All he had to face was that would give a run for his money, and that was tough. That could have got him out the playoffs was the Rockets in that 2009 series. The Suns, every time he played the Suns, and the Celtics. That's all. That's it. And you could say when he was with Shaq, the Kings, the Sacramento Kings, and the Sixers had no chance against Kobe and Shaq. The Pacers didn't. The Blazers in the Western Conference Finals didn't. When they had Scottie Pippen, when they was called the Jailblazers, Rashard Wallace, and Bonzi Wells. And I don't know if Jermaine O'Neal was with the Blazers at the time. Blazers, they was no match. Pacers wasn't no match. The Nets was definitely no fucking match with the Lakers. Detroit was an upset. Lakers was a distraction. It was too much. Kobe was beefing his rape case. That's why they lost against the Pistons. They could have won that game easily. And Karl Malone got hurt, and Gary Payton was getting old, so they was all way past that prime. I don't understand why they called them a super team when he wasn't. When Karl Malone, the mailman, was out his prime, and fucking Gary Payton was. After that, Shaq got traded. Kobe was by himself. It took him till he changed the jersey number from 8 to 24. Lost to the Celtics, knowing that if he loses to the Celtics again in 2010, he can't make the same mistake in 08. So he wound up getting his revenge in 2010. He beat the Orlando Magic. I don't understand why the Orlando Magic had to go to the finals when that's one of the chances we could have had a LeBron James versus Kobe, a Kobe series, but LeBron James would have got smoked if he faced Kobe. He had no chance against Kobe. But other than that, and when it comes to finals records, oh yeah, since I said that, Kobe had nothing to worry about when he had Shaq. Kobe only had to face when he's older Kobe when he was older only had to face the Rockets in that 09 series. Steve Nash with the Suns. And the Celtics. That's it. That's all he had to face. That was tough. That was a competition, a threat to knock him out the playoffs, and to not have him win the finals. And now let's go to LeBron James. Let's go to LeBron James' career. Why I still feel like, and break it down on his end, why I feel like he had a tougher road in the playoffs to the finals than Kobe. Let's see. What was his first? His first playoffs was either 06 or 07. Okay, let's just start with the playoffs. Let me start with his final shit. 07, he had no chance with the Spurs. The Spurs was obviously gonna sweep him. He didn't have a team. He didn't have a better team and no better coach to back him up for him to in order to beat the Spurs. So that was a fail. And that was his first playoffs. So he gets a slide on it. That was rough. That's tough. And he was only 22, 23 or 21, I don't know. He was young. I know he was young. He was in his early 20s when when he made it to his first finals. 08, I think he lost to the Celtics. Oh, now I know he lost. He got out the round. He got out the second or third round. I don't know. All I know that Dwight Howard beat LeBron James in 09. Then in 2010 he gave up on the Cleveland Cavaliers when he faced against the Celtics. And he gave up, and he had every opportunity to also face Kobe in the finals. So 09, 2010, 2011 were the 3 years he could have faced LeBron. He could have faced Kobe in the finals, but he didn't. He couldn't. So the teams that was tough on LeBron James was obviously the Celtics. Orlando wasn't. He could have easily beat the Orlando Magic. I don't understand why he lost to the Orlando Magic. Why? How could he lose to Rashard Lewis? I think. That was his name? Rashawn Lewis, the point guard for the Orlando Magic at that time. Dwight Howard, Rafer Alston. They good players. Don't get me wrong. I never said they was bombs, but I never saw them a threat to LeBron James. He could have beat the Orlando Magic. The Celtics, I give them that. The Spurs, I give them that. The Mavericks was tough. Nope. He could have beat the Mavericks easily. He could have beat Dirk Nowitzki and all of them. Jason Kidd, Deshaun Stevenson, all of them. Eric Dampier, all of them motherfuckers. Jason Terry, all of them. He choked. Same way he choked with the Orlando Magic. It shouldn't be a reason for him to lose that finals against the Dallas Mavericks. But I'm glad they won. So I grew up in Texas, so I'm glad. I'm from Louisiana and Texas, so it don't really matter. But I'm glad the Mavericks beat the Heat. So 2012, easy. I don't call that no competition. When they beat, I'm going by the finals. The playoffs, man, I don't really care because the East was kind of average, mediocre. I don't want to say weak. So basically, LeBron James, I'm thinking about it. LeBron James' only toughest competition was the finals. The playoffs, all he had was a cakewalk. He played the Atlanta Hawks, that was easy. The Toronto Raptors, easy. The Celtics, when they had Jason Tatum, Isaiah Thomas, that was easy. Even though they did Isaiah Thomas for letting him go and join the Cavaliers. Because he the one that got them to the conference finals just for them to lose, I think, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was in 2017 or some shit. 2016, 2017, I don't know. Let's see. The only competition in the East I say that LeBron James had to face was the Pacers. When they had Roy Harper, Danny Granger, and Paul George. They almost lost against the Indiana Pacers when LeBron James was with the Miami Heat and the Bulls. Hadn't Derrick Rose then go down, then get injured. The Chicago Bulls, my Chicago Bulls, y'all. would have fucking beat the brakes off the Miami Heat, and they would have won that championship, won the championship during that Miami Heat era. And if Carmelo Anthony's stupid ass would have left the Knicks and joined the Bulls like he should, and not care about the money and stayed his ass with the Knicks, wasted his prime years with the Knicks, and joined Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, I think Carlos Boozer was there, Taj Gibson, I know for sure was there. They would have beat the brakes off of fucking the Miami Heat. We had a chance. But nope, turns out they didn't go that way. Derrick Rose got hurt. We lost our chance to win the finals. Being in that contender. But we was contenders though, but not that much of a contender caliber. So I say the Bulls and the Pacers. Then in his early years in the late 2000s when his first run with the Cleveland Cavaliers, the only ones that was a competition was the Celtics. The Big Three. Or you could say Big Four, because Rajon Rondo, KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. So I'm going to just say that when it comes to final-wise, LeBron James had it harder than Kobe, because he had to face the tough ass. He only beat the Spurs one time. He had the tough. He choked against the Spurs in 2014 and 2007. But he gets the pass in 2007. We wasn't expecting him to beat the Spurs. But he choked against the Spurs in 2014, almost choked in 2013. Hadn't it not been for Ray Allen and Chris Bosh. So yeah, he choked against the Spurs in 20. I'm not gonna count the 2007. He gets a slide on that. He was young. So, and that was his first finals. He chokes against the Spurs in 2014. He should have won that. He should have won 2011 against the Mavericks. He had no chance against. He should have won it, but excuses are excuses. He could have won. He could have won against the Warriors in 2015. But I think you could give him a pass because that was his first time back against the Cavs. I'm not gonna count that because Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love got injured. They did one down, so I'm not gonna count that. They was not 100%. I give him the Warriors. He did his thing with the Warriors. I don't think Kyrie Irving saved his legacy because he did block Andre Iguodala before Kyrie Irving made that shot. So Kyrie Irving didn't what saved the Cavs also was that chase down block against Andre Iguodala. So I give him the Cavs. Let's see. They had to go against the Warriors when they had Kevin Durant. They didn't have no chance against the 2017 Warriors, 2018 Warriors. That's it. He gave up. He got hurt in 2019. He missed the playoffs. He got hurt in 2019. Yeah, he missed the playoffs. He almost made the playoffs until he got hurt. It would have been like him and Lonzo, 2020. I feel like that was the weakest playoffs because of coronavirus. Him against Miami Heat. I think that was it. Nah, that was not tough. That was not a competition. Then 2021, he gave up. That was the end. That was the downfall of LeBron James when he gave up. When AD went down, he gave up on his team against the Suns. So 2002, I think he missed the playoffs. I think he missed the playoffs because they recruited old players when they should have recruited them in the beginning. So yeah. So the competition, so I'm gonna put them two together now. Time for me to wrap this video up. LeBron James' toughest competition to me was the Spurs, the Warriors, and the Celtics. Then for Kobe would be the Celtics when he got older, the older Kobe, the 24 Kobe, the Celtics, just the Celtics. 8 and 24 by himself, the Celtics, the Suns, the Rockets only in that 2009 series. And that's it. Celtics, Suns, and Warriors. No, Celtics for Kobe, Celtics, Suns, and the Rockets. Early Kobe will be the Kings, even though that game was weird. The Kings, the Spurs, the Kings and the Spurs. Other teams were no match for Kobe and Shaq. That's it. Then for LeBron would be the Pacers, the Bulls, Spurs for the finals, and lastly the Warriors. So LeBron James in the Celtics. He faced five teams that was a threat to Kobe's what? I'm not gonna count Shaq in it. I'm not gonna count early Kobe. I'm counting the older Kobe. For Kobe, the Celtics and Suns, and that one time with the Rockets. So LeBron had to face 5 toughest teams to Kobe's three toughest teams in the West. Well, LeBron James East and West. He had to go against the toughest teams in East and West to Kobe's third teams in the West. Like the Suns, he struggled. Rockets, he struggled only one time. Only one in the East, the Celtics. So 5 against 3. So that's the reason why LeBron had a tough path in the finals. Then LeBron had it tough in the finals, in the playoffs a little bit. Then Kobe. So that's the reason why. And peace y'all, and that's the main reason why. And see y'all next video.